is potential series point if they take this game against Team Haq. And it feels like their draft is completely available for them to do so.
Absolutely. I mean, they have the potential, right? Obviously, late game potential of the Rose Fencer. Obviously, the Charlotte here for John, actually going for a conventional Clash laner this time around. Big ups to your boy. But then obviously, Mon on the higher. You've really got to be making sure they're going for the correct chess piece here onto the side of DMT.
You need to clear the wave. It's so important, and this is exactly what they need to do. So by actually going in for the first touch sport camp steal, which is great, that's exactly what needs to be done. Right now, it's about protecting your other buffs as well, and knowing which camp is DMT TNX starting with.
Yeah, it's basically like where they go in. That's the one thing that I think like THQ we need to know as well, right? It's like the intel in his team here. Mon looking pretty low. I mean, that could be a kill there, but I mean, there's not much firepower onto the side of DMT just yet to claim those kills, but they're definitely going to be able to kind of put a lasting pressure onto the side of THQ for now.
Okay, luckily for this other Team Haq, that is going to be Man who actually takes that camp for his side. So even though it is not going into the hands of Lola, it's better in their hands than in the hands of DMT.
Oh, absolutely. They want to make sure they maintain this resource lead, or at least try and kind of gather a resource lead like they have right now. So read about pretty much non-existent, but it keeps flickering and flirting with about 100 gold difference, which is not kind of like where you want to be. You want to kind of make sure it kind of like goes higher here, but it's a good stepping stone here for THQ in this early game.
Yeah, well, at least in the farm lane, it's definitely in favor towards CC. At this point, he does have more camps taken in comparison to Lola. So this is not going to be an easy game for Lola in the farm lane once again. But Team Haq, I think the rest of the map is pretty much in their control.
It is for now, right? Obviously, they do have the mini waves now are naturally crashing into each other, so they don't really have the priority there. But maybe taking the space bright is going to give them the ample need that they need to go across the gorge here. Obviously, they are able to get the extra bit of resources, also gain themselves the needed teleportation, which they might need down to this bot side here, right? I mean, CC is making sure work of this T1, regardless of it having those shielding mechanics.
Yeah, but you know, the big damage is here, which is CC has taken yet another spike tail beast against the camps of Team Haq here, which means CC is already having a steady growth. Take a look at the gold difference here in the farm lane. He's already more than 1,000 ahead of his counterpart Lola, and that's not a good sign for Team Haq.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. CC, up around about 600 gold at this point. Obviously, yes, it's probably the difference maker of maybe a tier 1, tier 3, tier 2 item, but it's definitely something you want to kind of put a cap on or a kibosh on here if you are THQ, because that's only going to kind of snowball out of control, especially if they allow CC to get to that late game potential too early.
Yep, and CC is not even the main problem here, right? If you take a look at the itemization just now, no other roam for the side of Team Haq, he actually went for the Boots of Fortitude, which tells you that if Jill lands his full combination, no is actually going to be gone.
Yeah, absolutely rinsed, right? Like, obviously, the maybe build magic resistance first item after your support item maybe here if you are Nua, just to kind of have a little bit of chance of survivability. For the side of THQ, because I mean, the front line, obviously, as soon as Nua falls and you don't have that unbridled outburst, I mean, Pi here, he's going to take a bit of a beating as well, especially if it wasn't Jill with that combo that shut down Nua, right?
Yeah, if it's not Jill, it's definitely Tusk, right? Or CC, because the both of them can actually deal consistent damage over time. That's going to be a cause of concern. Here we go!
Oh, absolutely rinsed there. Mom was just like, let me book you a ticket to the Shadow Realm. And then Jill was like, no, let me take you to the graveyard. Mon getting taken down first blood here for the side of DMT as the neutral objective just gets onto the gorge. A good pacing of a pay here.
Yep, turn to ash instantly, and that's the strength of having a score chat on your team, right? The Angela for the side of DMT. Now with that success comes more success, right? The success begets success. They get the first time of the game as well for the side of DMT. Now, Team Haq, what is this rotation that's gonna happen? Because Jill, he might get a free kill here. Oh!
He might do indeed there. He gets by locked. I mean, Mom was the first victim. Now it is bye-bye for bye. As his blue buff comes up as well. Is this something they're going to contest here? THQ John trying to go in to get the kill here. Onto CC. He gets the dunk, but can they reclaim that Azure Golem? But no, he goes over to the side of DMT for now. John, Nua as well as Lola have to get out of here scot-free.
Yeah, it's going to be painful. They did get a consolation prize in the form of CC on this Lung, which is great. But Team Haq, the big problem here is Bai is not at the lead that he needs to be. He's supposed to be having the EXP advantage, but because TNX is not supposed to have a faster jungle clear. But when you're out of the game for even, what, 10-15 seconds, that's one extra camp that TNX has against you. If you take a look at the vision, Team Haq don't have any.
They have none. They have literally none at the moment because obviously minion waves aren't quite into the middle of the lane here. Obviously CC down to the bot side is able to open up that T1 down there as well. And looking at that Clash lane T1, that's not going to be holding on for much longer either. I mean, that's either CC rotates up, Tough stays in lane. They get a few kills here potentially once the Primal Bond's been worn off now from that Tyrant. So it's all to play for here for DMT. I mean, this is definitely DMT's game to lose if they choose to give the opportunity.
Yep, this is oppression maximized, right? Because if you take a look at what's happening now, DMT, they have the goal lead, they also have the EXP lead, which means they need lesser members to get a successful team fight.
Yep, oppression pro max, I think, is the right term for this on the side of DMT. They are definitely oppressing the side of THQ for now. You can kind of see Nua and Bai at the backside here, just trying to potentially see an opening up here. Obviously, Nua does have the Unbridled Outburst. It could be a potential big setup here, looking to try and reclaim that Azure Golem.
They can try, but Bai is not looking too good. Does manage to get it at this point, but the damage?
Oh, the damage is very scary here from TNX. Obviously flies into the back there. Is able to do quite a considerable amount of damage onto Bai here, but he's able to heal up for now. He's able to just go back into his own jungle and just kind of take a bit of a breather here. But that that bot T2 means that Lola on this errand has no safe place just to sit and farm. They're constantly going to be with their team, and when they're behind by around about 700 gold, still is not the position you want to be in.
And definitely not, right? At this point, it's going to be close to a 2,000 goalie going for the side of DMT. Tubbs already has the Frost Gun Grace, so he's going to be tanky. He's going to slow them down as well. So Team Haq has quite a few problems at this point. Now, in terms of the roam value, they're evenly matched in terms of gold. But because of the huge gold advantage going to the side of DMT, they just naturally win the team fights here.
Absolutely. I mean, another big problem is the fact that we just saw the Master Sword being built there on CC, right? Not only does he have the Eternity Blade, he now has that item as well. So that's a lot of the damage going on to the basic attacks here. Into the backline is going to be TNX as they're able to just take that T2 top side of the map there. Just really trying to be a bit of a funnel here for the side of DMT, but it's the backline's going to be the buy. But there's Tubbs doing his job. He gets a takedown. He dashes over the wall, but it's going to be Mon that takes him to the Shadow Realm. John is looking for an angle in onto his teammates, but they are stalking Mon out of this Shadow Realm. He comes through the Moonscape Mirage. It's going to send him back to the Abyss here. DMT picking up the 2 kills for 1.
Yeah, they can't do anything here, right? By being taken down as one of the main tanks of the game is really a problem. But Nono is so low, there is no defense to be had at this point. CC is just getting free hits, and Team Haq, they have no answers.
No answers just yet. But the T3 maybe falling here as well, thanks to that turret there. But now it's going to be the eyes on the prize here into the mid lane. DMT are not looking at stopping to take any monopoly just yet.
You don't have to, right? Why would you give space to Team Haq at this point? You're already up by 5,000 gold. You have access into the Azure buff as well. And you know what? TNX with an Azure buff, great. Buy without one, that is tough to have. And this is all before the 10-minute mark. Shadow variants are not even out yet.
They might just feel sorry for them, you know? I mean, it's like when you take your friend to like McDonald's, like a restaurant, right? And they got no money, and you're like, you know what? Okay, I'll get you your food, right? Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. I don't want to see you sad whilst I'm tucking into my meal. So maybe that's what they would do. But like you said, DMT, it's just not that kind of guy. They're like, hey, I'm gonna buy 2 meals, but they're both a meal.
Yeah, DMT have lost too much in 2024 and 2025. They need to win this right now. One of the biggest threats happening.
Yes, onto the back line. John looking like he's going to get taken down here. Even a fastness. There it is. The aggression from CC. Puts some flaming palms down onto Nua just to try and get some of that health bar off of the table here as well. But again, they're just looking to get men off of the board here, off of the gorge, as they look to keep pushing this T2 into the mid lane. The takedown here as well. The Daybreaker being built here by CC. He is online.
Yeah, he definitely is, right? And he's not even the main problem here. The main problem for the side of Team Haq is actually Joe. This Angela Scorchet, nobody has been able to catch him. And he has been laying down all of the Chaos Cinders that are necessary. The stuns coming in, combo with the Blazing Brilliance. He's shredding them down to bits.
Absolutely. Like, this combo is scary. Like, the fact is that we don't see it that often within competitive play, but when it comes out, when they've got such a big front line from the likes of the Beast and the Soul Guide here, it's really good at catching out, especially those that aren't face checking, right? Like, Bai has been taken down to, like, I think at least like once or twice here by Jill on this Scorchet.
6,000 gold ahead for the side of DMT with more problems incoming with the mid lane push. Shadow Overlord is flying down. Team Haq, the time is ticking.
Time is ticking. The Unbridled Burst does connect onto 2, but it's no follow-up here from the side of THQ John here. Rose Fencer tries to get it onto CC, but it's taking too much damage here. The sustain's not going to come through. He meets his maker. John and Mon fall down as well. CC onto the back line, takes down Bai, but with the help of Tough, and there it is. Double kill goes off the Lola. That is a team wipe, and there is the crystal of game number 2, DMT 2-0.
Easy win for the side of DMT. This was a beautiful performance and showing you why a good draft is so important. DMT now at series point as they lead the series.